You guessed it, it's part 3 of me interviewing myself. Enjoy! Choosing a domicile is a pretty involved process. It touches lots of areas of your life, so you really need to do your own research. For me, it was a matter of moving in with my parents to help my dad take care of my mom, and that was my domicile, and still is. I'll probably be changing that soonish, and that's on my mind of where do I want to pick. I don't take any medication, whether it's prescribed or over the counter, so I don't have to take into consideration getting to doctor's visits, but that's also something that you'll want to consider. Probably not domiciling in South Dakota if you need a monthly visit to a doctor because you don't want to be there in the winter. It is an easy and inexpensive way to establish a domicile in South Dakota, but there are drawbacks. And depending on where you are in your nomad journey, maybe you don't have to decide on that right away, and you can change your mind about things once you've been out on the road and you know the lay of the land and how things apply to you. You also need to consider who's going to take care of mail for you. Is that going to be friend or family, or is that going to be a business? There's tax implications for retirement income. There's insurance implications for which county that you choose to live in. And obviously, if you're going to be in Las Vegas, your car insurance is going to cost more than it will in Pahrump. I stay in touch with apps. I also send my mom postcards once a week or so, and reach out to people that I want to stay in touch with and invest in those relationships like I did in Sticks and Bricks. And I choose to, if I say those relationships are important to me, then I want to know when was the last time we connected, and if it's been a while, then I'll reach out. Some nomads have people that they check in with every day, so somebody knows where they are. I'm also sharing my location. So there's lots of ways to stay in touch with people. I am not afraid of traveling alone any more than I'm afraid of being a female in the culture at large. I find it statistically better for me to be out on public land or in small towns where it's less likely that things happen. It's also statistically significant that people that we know are going to do us harm. So just the fact of my being on my own on the road doesn't make it any different than being in Sticks and Bricks. And traveling with people that I know, friends that I meet on the road, that's how I like it. And staying in touch with nomads and going through the seasons of everybody scattering in the spring, summer, fall, coming back down to the Southwest in the winter to where it's bearable. There's cycles and rotations that you develop, and you figure out where you want to be with who. I have a wide mouth plastic see-through container that I use for urine gatherer. That's from the dollar store. And I use regular, I think they're 8-gallon garbage bags, and then bags that are gathering feces from pets and they control odor. So I'll use double bagging and a collapsible 2-gallon bucket for when I need to do my business. It is quite freeing to know that you can take care of all that yourself if you need to. Of course, there's always restrooms at rest areas, parks, etc., etc. I've never been somewhere that I couldn't take care of what I needed to take care of. My cooking consists of lots of fresh produce, peppers and cucumbers and sugar snap peas, pears, tangerines, or whatever those small orange things are, and 100% whole grain bread, I'll get organic cheese, hard-boiled eggs, tomatoes, mayo, make sandwiches, fresh greens. I also like microgreens when they're available. I will buy salmon and eat that on occasion, and I'll treat myself to a steak or something in a restaurant, but I would much prefer to eat non-restaurant food. It's very easy to eat well on the road. You just need to make a plan for when you're going to eat what you have. And for me, with not having a fridge, that means get about 3 days worth of food before you need to restock. Thanks for watching my self-interview. I hope the information here helps you make some decisions about your nomad journey, and we'll see you down the road. Bye-bye.